presents The Guns of Navarone. The greatest high adventure of our time. With a cast as exciting as the story it tells. Gregory Peck. David Niven. Anthony Quinn. Stanley Baker. Anthony Quayle. James Darren. Irene Pappas. Gia Scala. Alistair MacLean's best-selling novel, Live to the Hilt on the Islands of the Aegean Sea.
This is Gregory Peck speaking, and I'd like to tell you something about The Guns of Navarone, because it's the most unusual film in which I've ever appeared. I play the role of Mallory, the man whose job it is to lead 6 expert cutthroats and saboteurs on a desperate and impossible mission.
Watch out!
What makes it even more desperate and impossible is that some of us hate each other even more than we do the enemy.
That's a pretty good partner you've got there yourself.
He's going to kill me when the war is over. You think that you've been getting away with it all this time, standing by. Well, son, your bystanding days are over. You're in it now, up to your neck. They told me that you're a genius with explosives. Start proving it. You got me in the mood to use this thing. And by God, if you don't think of something, I'll use it on you. The Guns of Navarone is crowded with action and excitement, but it is even more than great adventure. Over and above its tremendous thrill, this is a story of human beings, each with his intense personal fears, his deep personal conflicts, each with his moments of triumph and tenderness. This is a story of unrivaled courage and suspense.
Give up quietly, gentlemen, unless you want a great many innocent people killed as well as yourselves.
Everybody stay exactly where you are. The party's over. Somebody's stepped on the cake, which means that there is a traitor in this room.
The Guns of Navarone, I promise you, is probably the most exciting film you will ever see.
Some men love war, the way others love women. This is the story of both kinds.
There's only 2 things that mean anything to me, flying and women.
In that order?
In any order, or both together.
So you're enjoying the war?
I like my work.
Work?
Lady, I belong to the most destructive group of men the world has ever known. That's my work.
In the cold dawn, an armada of young warriors takes to the sky. Those who return from the mission for today set their sights on the target for tonight.
You ever try to score with a girl in the air?
No. But I tried it underwater once. And I nearly drowned.
Louis Baker and I sneaked a plane out one night. We had 2 girls, took them up to 10,000 feet, put on the automatic pilot, and whammo.
Don't you think it's time you told me your first name? Have you ever been in love, Captain?
In wartime, you don't fall in love. You make love, you know what I mean?
That's all right for the men. What about the women?
Wartime, when young lovers have no time for everyday morality.
That guy who was in love with you,
Which one?
was there more than one?
Well, there's only one now, darling.
Wartime, a time when wild revelry is the order of the night.
Okay, come on, Bob. You're all mine.
Leave Daphne out of this.
I have so far, but maybe now I have to move in.
What makes you think you can?
Want me to try?
You can't make love. You're twisted. You can only make hate.
Pilot and co-pilot. In the skies, it's the enemy. On the ground, it's each other.
Yeah, pretty good bowling. Keep it up. Someday you'll be in my class.
If anything's happened to Daphne, I'll kill you. They got Emmett!
Much I can tell you, though. No squadron has ever been sent out on a more critically important operation.
Good.
I used to do it for the fishermen. And sometimes they even took me out on the boat with them.
Slow down at the barricade.
I'm going to ask you some questions. You will have to answer them sooner or later.
I have nothing to say.
Take off his clothes.
1943, somewhere in Nazi-occupied territory, are 5 men, misfits from the 4 corners of the world, the strangest 5, with nothing in common but their incredible daring. Enlisted against their will in a monstrous crusade against the fascist fortress at Dubrovnik, are their extraordinary talents equal to the task of ripping out its secret? Now, their lives are linked, their movements timed to the minute, their actions triggered to the second, for they alone shared the secret. An impossible scheme. The war itself depended on the precise timing of 1 second. You will live as these men launch the secret invasion. Mace, the mad major, obsessed by the knowledge that he could not fail.
Abandoned? This mission will be abandoned only when all 6 of us are dead.
Roca, the master criminal, destined to be a hero. He lived only for the challenge of high adventure.
You lead your troops into battle against the Germans, or my friend here will kill you.
Scanlon, the demolition demon. He could blow the crystal off a watch, yet still keep it running. Bell, the forger. He could duplicate any signature and make it look better than the original.
I can reproduce this stuff in my sleep.
Durrell, the assassin. He didn't need a war to kill. With him, murder was an instinct. And Mila, the girl who gave her flesh and blood, more than her own life, to these heroes from hell. These men, an impossible feat against staggering odds. And no matter what the price, no matter what the punishment, they had to keep their secret. At a secret place, at a secret time, you will live as these men launch the secret invasion.
They strafed it. They bombed it. They sabotaged it. Stop! They cursed the train.
Well, where are they? Every day they've been due. And every day a man has been killed for thinking they were just over the next hill. I say to hell with it. Now they want us to paint the train? Let them blow it up!
They died for the train.
What can you gain by the death of one old man? What he did can make no difference. The train will go on. You have the authority. You can stop it.
It carried them to the peak of glory. It will carry you to the peak of adventure.
There is a radio in this hut.
Good morning, Captain. It is not a good morning, Colonel. There is a radio here. Our radio is against the orders of the Imperial Nipponese Army.
Yes, well, I don't know anything about it. Do you know anything about it?
No, sir.
What about you?
No, sir.
Where's the wireless? Now, look, it's got to be found, so where is it? I order those responsible to hand it over immediately. Look, I'm asking you just once more. You, what's your name?
Lieutenant Spence, sir.
Where is it hidden?
Where's what hidden, sir? I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Gray, you're supposed to be provost marshal. If there's a wireless here, it's your responsibility.
I know nothing about a wireless.
Then by God you should. And I'll have you court-martialed and it'll show on your record. Bruff, what do you know about this?
Nothing, sir. And it's Major Bruff, Colonel.
Well, I don't believe you. It's just the sort of trouble you bloody Americans would cause.
I don't have to take that kind of noise
You
from
stand to attention
I'm senior
when I'm
American officer here, and I don't have to take that kind of noise from you or anybody. Now, there's no radio or wireless, as you call it, in this hut that I know of. And if there was, I sure as hell wouldn't tell you, Colonel.
Well, then we'll search the hut. That's what we'll do. Every officer will stand by his bed at attention. Do you hear me? Attention!
Shut up, gents.
There's a wireless in this hut, sir, contrary to regulations.
Yes, and I said shut up. Can I help you, Captain?
There is a radio in this hut. According to the Geneva Convention governing prisoners
I
of
know
war,
the
especially
code
for the
of
soldiers
ethics
of...
quite well, Captain. If you believe there's a radio here, please make a search for it. Or if you know where it is, please take it.
It's your job to enforce the law.
My job is to enforce civilized law. If you want to cite law, then obey it yourself. Give us the food and medical supplies to which we're entitled.
One day you will go too far, Colonel.
One day I'll be dead, Captain.
You are about to share every fantastic step of the most daring mass escape ever conceived in the mind of man. Only a madman could plan it.
What the hell is this?
Only desperate men fighting for their lives could follow it. Only a hijacked prison train could blast them on their frenzied dash to freedom. From the great bestseller comes this story of an incredible American pilot down behind enemy lines in Italy.
Ryan, Joseph L., Colonel, United States Army Air Corps, 0718359. Don't you salute senior officers in your army, Major?
Who does this cocky, overbearing Ryan character think he is?
I'm the ranking officer here, Major. What I say goes. Is that clear, mister?
You'd better know what you're doing, unless you want a mutiny on your hands.
Why do 600 prisoners of war hate him worse than Hitler?
You get your eye crossed now, Von Ryan.
Is this man they call Von Ryan traitor or hero? How does he turn a prison hell train into his own highballing headquarters for his private war against the Nazis? Suspense that races from the toe of the Italian boot, through Rome, to the tip of the Swiss Alps, from the base of your spine to the edge of your nerves, as Von Ryan's boxcar commandos erupt in a blast of action all over the map. Betrayal at Pescara. Masquerade at Verona.
Americanisch, ne?
A beautiful stowaway who makes her move at Bologna.
Why don't you close the door?
And relentless, breathtaking Nazi pursuit every foot of the way.
Can't this damn thing go any faster?
Mr. Smith!
It takes a madman to run this gauntlet of death. It takes guts and glory, arrogance and fury. It takes the man they call Von Ryan.
Born of the ruthless might and madness of total war. A motion picture. A manhunt that triggers total excitement.
Describe him, please.
There was a red stripe running down the leg.
He's lying. Are you aware that only German generals wear the red stripe?
Yes, sir. That's why I was afraid.
A thrilling adventure in suspense on a grand scale. A study in intrigue and relentless pursuit that spans 3 decades. To come to climax today.
The murderer was seen leaving the woman's room. In that case, you must know who he is. Not exactly. The face was not visible. But the uniform was. It was the uniform of a German officer. In fact, a German general.
The Night of the Generals adds yet another major motion picture to producer Sam Spiegel's long list of award-winning successes. Peter O'Toole as General Tance, the perfect soldier, a fanatic molded of steel and ice. Omar Sharif as Major Grau, the perfect hunter. Finding a killer became an obsession, and even death could not deter him.
Just what do you think you're doing?
My job.
Tom Courtney, Joanna Pettit, seeking together an island of love amidst a sea of savage destruction.
What's the matter?
You know, we mustn't like each other too much.
Why?
It's because
Because I'm a corporal and you're a general's daughter.
it's a man, a girl, a war.
Donald Pleasance as one of the generals who had something to conceal. And as a French police inspector in occupied Paris, Philippe Noiret.
Here are the names of 3 generals. I want to know everything about them.
Everything might be too much.
One of them is a murderer.
Only one. But murder is the occupation of generals.
L'amour est plus jeune que la mort, même s'ils ont vu le jour en même temps.
And Christopher Plummer as Field Marshal Rommel. From the pages of the world-acclaimed bestseller, a film unique, compelling.
You've become a savage. What else? I'm your daughter.
A film dramatic, startling, with a continent as its canvas. Man's conscience as its theme.
How dare you touch me? Never do that again.
And reuniting the 2 great stars of Lawrence of Arabia, Peter O'Toole and Omar Sharif. The Night of the General. Produced by Sam Spiegel. Directed by Anatole Litvak.
Major Reisman, you are ordered by Allied command to select 12 general prisoners, convicted by courts-martial and sentenced to be executed or serve lengthy prison terms for murder, rape, robbery, and other crimes of violence. You will deliver them secretly behind enemy lines in France to undertake a mission of sabotage that could change the course of the war. The 12 men will be known as the Dirty Dozen.
We've all volunteered for a mission which gives you just 3 ways to go. Either you can foul up in training and be shipped back here for immediate execution sentence, or you can foul up in combat, in which case I will personally blow your brains out, or you can do as you're told. Okay, count me in. I'm in. But you fouled up once, anywhere along the line, just once. Right back here. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's the matter with you? You think I want to die? Maybe you do that. You don't know Victor Franklin. But you do like I said. Which killed me some other way.
We go on that mission, we all get killed. That's what they want. That's what they want.
You think that's what God wants? Punish these men?
Just when you think you've seen it all, along comes the Devil's Brigade. Action with a devil edge, 'cause it really happened.
Welcome to the 1st Special Service Force. You Canadians, I'm told, are the hand-picked best of the best trained army in the world. You Americans, for the most part, have an entirely different reputation. I've been supplied with full details on your military and moral delinquency, and I couldn't care less.
The Devil's Brigade, the spit and the polish.
Peacock?
Peacock? Peacock? The brass-knuckled Americans. The brass-buttoned Canadians. What they did to each other was nothing compared to what they would do to the enemy.
You have a specific complaint, Major?
Yes, sir, I sure as hell do. One of those stupid jerks out there broke into my room and stole my rattlesnake.
You don't need all that space, do you? Even with that enormous fat behind of yours?
The human body has numerous vulnerable points.
The elbow, the ribs, the neck.
What I don't understand is, sir, why are you pitting them against each other?
I have less than 4 months left to convert this misbegotten outfit into the Army's finest combat unit.
You know, fraternizing with the Canucks, that comes under the heading of treason.
Ladies associate with gentlemen, not baboons.
A hellish band of men that hated each other more than the enemy, until they met the enemy.
Mount La Defensa. It's on the road to Rome, flanked all around by mountains. Mount La Defensa is the key point in this entire sector.
Trying for 3 weeks to take it away from the Germans, we've had total failure. And we've had heavy casualties. But we gotta get it.
A band of men the enemy soon called the Devil's Brigade.
Medic! Medic!
The Devil's Brigade. The most unusual bunch of men ever thrown together to win a war. The Devil's Brigade. William Holden, Cliff Robertson, Vince Edwards, Michael Rennie, Dana Andrews, Gretchen Weiler, Andrew Prime, Claude Akins, Carol O'Connor, Richard Jekyll, Jack Watson, Paul Horning, Gene Fulmer. Just when you think you've seen it all, along comes the Devil's Brigade.
Here he is, at the Schloss Adler, the Castle of the Eagles. Believe me, it's well known, because only an eagle can get to it. Our job is to get inside there and get him out as soon as possible.
Major Bergholder, my adjutant.
Read on, go!
Colonel Weissner, Chief Security. Major von Harpen, Gestapo.
Allow me to introduce myself. Major Johann Schmidt, SS, Military Intelligence, Stuttgart.
Richard Burton.
Take your clothes off. Don't argue. Take your clothes off.
Hello?
Clint Eastwood.
Now with McPherson dead, there's only 5 of us left. So you either let me know what's going on, or there's only going to be 4.
From the company that brought you The Dirty Dozen, and the author who gave you The Guns of Navarone, Richard Burton and Clint Eastwood.
Lieutenant, drop that gun. What? Drop that gun and sit down.
What the hell are you talking about?
Where eagles dare.
For those who fought in the Battle of Britain, it was a battle for survival. For the free world, it was a breathless moment in history. For failure would have plunged mankind into a new dark age. Never have so many owed so much to so few.
I presume that there is no one who will deny that England should fight on, even though the remainder of the continent of Europe is dominated by the Germans.
What's left of your army abandons weapons at Dunkirk. You're defenseless and just playing for time.
Europe is ours. We can walk into Britain whenever we like.
Don't threaten or dictate to us until you're marching up Whitehall.
The war in France was over. The Battle of Britain was about to begin.
2 sections, scramble! Don't just stand there, get one up!
Faced with certain defeat, fighting against insuperable forces, a miracle was achieved by a courageous few.
Is everything up? It's a lot, sir.
The German military machine, a formidable enemy of thousands of planes, a sure weapon of mass destruction against a small and undermanned force. Yet the story of the RAF in the Battle of Britain is the modern David and Goliath. Never has a motion picture captured the mood, the feelings, the terror. It's all there. The courage, the fears, the frustrations.
We've got the rose and crown.
He left to drink at the Red Lion there, weren't he?
The people, the men and women who recreated vividly and realistically one of the great periods of our time.
We're fighting for survival. Losing. We need pilots. And a miracle.
Britain's finest hour, and the events and people who made it happen. This was the Battle of Britain. Why they did it is history. How they did it has become the miracle story of our time. Years in preparation and production, filmed where it happened, the skies once again screaming with bombers and fighters. One massive spectacle of a motion picture that attempts the impossible. And that achievement is the Battle of Britain.
I got my number 2 and the CO. You saw Canfield go down. It blew up. It blew up.
This is only the beginning. They won't stop now.
Of the Second World War, 136 bridges spanned the Rhine River into the heart of Germany as the Allies chased the fleeing Nazis back into the fatherland. These bridges were methodically destroyed by Allied bombers and by German demolition teams. On March 7th, 1945, a single bridge remained. What had once been an insignificant railroad trestle was now the single most important objective in the European campaign. This was the Bridge at Remagen. What happened at Remagen?
We gotta take the bridge.
Hold the bridge as long as possible.
I want those Germans.
The bridge at Remagen had to fall to the Allies or under them. David L. Wolper presents The Bridge at Remagen. Starring George Siegel as Lieutenant Hartman. He had the guts for war, but no stomach for it.
The quicker you boys get down there, quicker they blow the bridge, quicker we got maybe 6 enemy divisions corked and bottled. Hartman, boy, you do that for me.
I promise you a unit citation.
Why, Major, sir, there's nothing my boys would appreciate more. Sir.
Ben Gazzara as Angel. If it shines, he'll steal it. If it moves, he'll kill it.
Know your trouble, Lieutenant? You got no ambition.
You know something, Angel? You're a pig.
I'm going out of this war rich.
Or dead, Angel.
Robert Vaughn as Major Kruger. He was ordered to destroy the bridge. He was determined to defend it.
The most immediate problem, Bauman, is not to blow the bridge up, but to keep it open.
But is it not true the Führer has ordered the bridge destroyed?
Bradford Dillman, Anna Gale, and guest star E.G. Marshall.
What makes that bridge so goddamn bad?
Take that bridge and we shorten the war.
That's not a bridge, it's a death trap.
How to explode the bridge? Get out of there! It's gonna blow!
What happened at Remagen?